Welcome to our in-depth discussion on the astonishing impact of climate change on society. As we stand at a major turning point for our planet, we turn our focus to the multifaceted implications of climate change on our societies. From the unfolding food crisis to displacement and health risks, economic shifts to altering communities and cultures, our journey will illustrate how the ripples of climate change are far-reaching. Join us as we dive into each of these compelling topics and call for strategic action and enhanced awareness. 1. Understanding the ripple effect of climate change. Climate change is not just an environmental issue, it's a societal game-changer. Whether it's droughts affecting food supplies or rising sea levels threatening coastal communities, the changes are profound and far-reaching. Consider it like a domino effect. When one domino falls, others follow. This environmental transformation affects almost every facet of our lives, from the air we breathe to the food we eat. Even our energy sources, infrastructure, and economy are being reconfigured as we adapt, whether we realize it or not. The societal effects are so complex that many individuals may remain unaware of the magnitude of change until it hits close to home. 2. The unfolding food crisis. As climate change continues to alter weather patterns, its impact on agriculture becomes increasingly apparent. Unpredictable rainfall and prolonged droughts are making it harder for farmers to rely on traditional farming calendars. For instance, crops like wheat or rice may not yield the same harvest due to these altered conditions. As a consequence, food becomes scarcer and potentially more expensive. It's a supply-demand fiasco waiting to happen, affecting everyone from the family dinner table to big grocery store chains. If agriculture is the backbone of our society, then climate change is certainly bending it. 3. Displacement and migration. When homes become uninhabitable due to rising waters or extreme weather conditions, relocation becomes necessary. This large-scale movement of people may lead to societal tension, as communities may not be prepared for an influx of climate refugees. In some cases, entire islands or regions may become uninhabitable. Cities may feel the strain of increased populations needing services, housing, and employment. These changes pose questions about resource allocation and social cohesion. As migration trends evolve, new policies will need to be devised to accommodate these shifts, which are relentless and unavoidable. 4. Health risks. On the rise. A warmer planet is a health risk on multiple fronts. High temperatures can exacerbate chronic conditions like heart disease, while also providing a more suitable environment for diseases like malaria and Lyme disease. Air quality can worsen as heat increases pollutants like ozone, leading to more respiratory issues. For vulnerable groups like the elderly and children, these changes can be particularly life-threatening. Public health systems will find themselves under increasing pressure to adapt and manage these new challenges. This illustrates how the issue stretches beyond just the environment and deeply into the healthcare sector. 5. The shifts in energy and infrastructure. As traditional energy sources are scrutinized for their environmental impact, countries worldwide are focusing on renewable energy alternatives, like solar and wind. Yet this transition is not without growing pains. Renewable energy requires new infrastructures, which can be costly and challenging to implement quickly. Moreover, the demand for electricity might rise as temperatures increase, putting a strain on existing energy capacities. This shift could redefine energy markets, change consumer habits, and even trigger geopolitical instability. A green revolution is undoubtedly underway, but it requires gears to keep turning smoothly. 6. The economic ups and downs. Climate change is a double-edged sword for the economy. On one hand, it suppresses industries like agriculture and tourism that are weather-dependent. On the other hand, it stimulates growth in sectors such as renewable energy and green technology. Financial institutions are increasingly adapting by offering green investment options. However, the volatility and unpredictability of climatic conditions create economic risks that are hard to quantify. Companies face the challenge of adapting their business models to this rapidly shifting landscape. The economic repercussions will reverberate across scales, from multinational corporations to small businesses. 7. The role of policy and governance. Governments are faced with the complex task of crafting policies that mitigate the impact of climate change while also preparing society for inevitable changes. Legislative frameworks need to be resilient and adaptive, considering the fast pace of climate transformations. Policies often serve as a catalyst for economic incentives, like tax breaks for renewable energy initiatives, or penalties, like carbon taxes. Yet, politics can complicate matters, as different stakeholders often have conflicting interests. Thus, governance plays a pivotal role and can make or break society's responses to climate change. Policy acts as both a shield and a spear in this ongoing battle. 8. Rethinking community and culture. As societies adapt, so too do cultural norms and community frameworks. Local traditions may need to adjust to new environmental realities. For instance, communities would need to re-evaluate their cultural calendars based on shifting seasons. Socially, climate change could inspire a newfound sense of community as people unite to confront shared challenges. Initiatives like community gardens or local conservation efforts can foster a renewed sense of solidarity. Thus, climate change doesn't only impose limitations, it also opens doors for innovation and shared humanity. The question remains, how will societies shape their futures in this new world? 9. A call to action and awareness. Understanding the full scope of climate change's societal impact can, and should, catalyze action. Education becomes paramount, enabling individuals to make informed decisions regarding their habits, voting, and community involvement. Awareness campaigns can bridge the gap between scientific understanding and public knowledge, leading to grassroots movements that drive change. Time and attention are the most crucial resources, and society cannot afford to waste either. This isn't just a government problem, or a scientist's burden, it's everyone's responsibility. The journey ahead may be fraught with challenges, but the potential for positive change remains.